can get onto the next platform, the next higher you, so to speak, the next more evolved you. And in order to do that, you need to get some kind of insight, something new, something original, to create that bridge, to get over that rift of stress to the more evolved you. And that new learning can only come from the present. So you've got this past you, you've got this future you. Typically the future you mirrors the past you because you're on autopilot all the time. However, if you receive some new insight, something, you learn something originally, you get to bridge that rift and get to a more evolved you. Next slide, please. So, just reading from what you can see on your screen. Insight is received in the present moment and acts as a bridge to the new you. Creating space will allow you to receive that insight from the present moment. And that happens automatically. It reveals itself to you. It's organic. If you stop the chatter and the noise in your head, you will see immediately the insight that you're looking for. That's how it works. That's how we evolve. But we can't evolve from our past programming. How can we do that? It's in the past. It's what we learnt already and it helps us on our autopilot. But we can't learn something new from the past. We can set up a situation from the past in order to learn something new. But we can't learn something new. We need some more original content for our new episode in our TV box set. Stress is an indicator that enables growth, whether it's mental, physically, and emotionally. If you don't take responsibility for that stress, the stress will increase naturally. So if you don't address the stress, like in our old example of the sales director getting this memo from his boss saying you need to increase sales by 50%. If you run away and hide from that and go, that's not my job, I don't need to deal with that, it's just going to get worse for you. The boss is going to put more pressure on you, you might lose your job, all that stuff. Whereas if you take responsibility for that stress, then you can do something about it. One of the ways to do this really well is if you create for yourself a daily practice where you take time out to create that space daily so that you get this fundamental balance so that any additional stress you can handle. So, for example, if at the end or the beginning of the day you take some time out and you relax away the stress in meditation or breathing exercises or yoga like we do on the course, you get this level of balance. You return to a level of balance every single time so that when there is stress in your life, you can handle it better. You can see the opportunity in the stress. You hold all the answers for rapid growth, expansion. You hold all the answers to any stress that comes into your life. You hold all the answers, but you need to find those answers in that space like you used to do as a child automatically. With that space all clogged up in your mind, it becomes much harder, and you need to teach yourself again to empty your mind so that the answers come to you instead of you chasing them from your past. I just want to explain one more thing because this is really, really important. I don't know if this is the last slide, is it? Yeah, if we can go back. Yeah. So I put up that slide, didn't I, where stress was on the body physically or mentally. And I took the example of someone having an argument, mental stress, someone going to the gym, physical stress. And I want to use these two examples to explain something to you. When you go to the gym and you train hard, what happens in the body if you have a level of fundamental balance is that by training hard with weights, for example, the muscle tears just like the rift that I was talking to you. And that tear isn't where you grow. That is the stress applied to make your body need to grow. So when you go home and sleep, in that space, that muscle repairs itself. It repairs itself in the sleep. So your muscles grow while you're sleeping, not while you're in the gym. And it's exactly the same with mental. So if you have this argument, for example, you might be having an argument with your partner, and for whatever reason this argument has developed. Now, if you are both in fundamental balance, then you will easily find a compromise, and that argument will initiate a growth in your relationship because you've sorted something out, and from that compromise, if you like, your relationship has grown and you've grown closer to each other. So the stress, the argument, was actually probably a good thing. However, if you're fundamentally both not in balance, you've both got stress at work, the kids are driving you mad, you're hungover from the night before, let's say, that argument could cause an even bigger rift. And over time, that rift could grow and grow. So it's really important to understand, just the same as if you were in the gym, that if you go and train hard in the gym with muscles and you're not in fundamental balance, you can injure yourself instead of grow your muscles. So I want to just illustrate, I missed it when the slide came up, I want to just illustrate that this idea of fundamental balance is so important, because if you don't have this fundamental balance, then any stress can topple you over. It can be the last straw, if you see what I mean. Okay, next slide please, last slide. So, what I want you to really practice with this first workshop is getting together a daily practice for yourself. And we do that so that you can live from this fundamental balance. So that when stress comes into your life, it's a good thing. You grow from it, you evolve. You're going, oh my God, that's a great opportunity. Where can I find the answer for this? But in order to do that, in order to have stress as an indicator of growth, you need to be in fundamental balance. So it would be a good thing, I think it's a really good thing, and this is a big part of this 6-month course, to get a daily practice in place. So what I want to do right now is explain how that daily practice might work, or a suggestion towards it anyway. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is just a little video for you to get prepared for your 6-month program. So before you start this program, it's really important that you do this little bit so that you will have something at the end of your first workshop to start doing as your daily practice. So what I would like you to do is this, is number 1, make a statement. I want you to write out a statement of what you want to achieve by doing this 6-month course. Now this statement doesn't need to be that long. It can be 1, 2 or 3 paragraphs, just highlighting what you want to get out of this 6-month course. It could be something along the lines of, I really have decided that, actually, let's go from the beginning, because in order to make the statement, it would be a really good idea to decide upon 3 things that you really want to gain. And then from those 3 passages, we can make the statement. So number 1 might be, I really want to feel more relaxed in my life. The second one could be, I want to be able to clear my mind at any point so that I can focus on whatever's coming next. And the third one could be, for example, I choose to expand my life and go after things that I don't typically go after. You get the idea. These are just 3 examples that I've pulled from my mind just now. But whatever you want to get out of this course, I want you to write down 3 things that answers that question. What do you want to get out of this course? You will be doing a lot of this kind of stuff for 6 months. If you've decided to do this course for 6 months, write these 3 things down, because by the end of the month, by the end of the half year, these are the 3 things that you will want to have accomplished. So that's the first thing to do. The second thing to do is read those 3 things and make sure that that's what you want, and then you have to make this statement. The statement will be based in the future, even though you're writing it now. So this statement will be saying, I have achieved such amazing growth in this last 6 months. I am so overwhelmed and pleased with my investment in myself. I can just feel like I can do anything now. In fact, so much has happened within that 6 months that I am so much further along the line of my life now than I was 6 months ago. They say that if you can focus on something for 6 months, you can expand your life by 5 years within that 6 months. How amazing is that? So we might as well do this properly. So the statement is all about what you have achieved at the end of your time with us. Okay? So first you write out your 3 goals, what you want to achieve from this 6-month course. The second thing you do is you compile a statement out of those 3 goals that is based in 6 months' time. What's happened by that time? Now that's an NLP thing. You don't really need to understand that, but your mind will take it in way more easily if it's based in the future. The mind doesn't know about the past, present or future. It just takes in information. So it's way better to say things as if they've happened, because your mind doesn't know the difference. So the statement's written in the past, the statement is written in the future about what's happened during this 6 months' time. Now, so you've got your 3 goals and you've got your statement. Now what I want you to do is take a look at that statement and see what words really come out at you within your statement. It might be focus, it might be relaxation, it might be feeling complete, it might be achieving goals easily. Whatever it is, 3 to 5 words, or 3 words at a time, that's 5, but 3 to 5 words or phrases that you can use, because this is your first daily practice and I want you to do this every day for the next month before we meet again on our next workshop. So I'm just going to demonstrate for you, and I'm going to take the word concentrate. So what I want you to do is take in 3 deep breaths, just like this. Eyes closed. I'm going to keep mine open, but eyes closed, yeah? Actually, I'm going to close my eyes. I think that'll be better. Try and make those breaths even. So deep breath in. Now, I want you to take that word concentration, breathe it in, and as you breathe out, let that word concentrate move right down your left leg, right into your left foot, and solidify there. Concentration. Now take your next breath, deep breath in. Take that word concentration with the breath and allow it to run down your right leg and into your right foot and solidify there as you breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe that word in, concentration. And as you breathe out, allow it to flow right down your left arm, through the elbow, down the forearm, and solidify in your left hand. Take in the word again and allow the same thing to happen on your right side, right down the arm, through the elbow, through the forearm. Settle in your right hand. Breathe in concentration. And as you breathe out, allow it to travel down your arteries into your heart, into your real heart, not into your chakra heart, right into your heart, and feel your heart beating that word, concentration. Take another deep breath, take in the word concentration and allow it to move up your neck, right into your head, and allow it to settle there as you breathe out. That word is now within your whole body. Allow it to settle there. Right, I want you to do that with every single word that you've chosen, 3 to 5 words. And don't just use one breath if it takes you 5 to feel it settle. Just do it initially as many times as it takes. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. Just do it initially as many times as it takes for you to feel that word really embed physically in your body. You will be able to, within however much time, do that very quickly. But initially, really take the time for it to really sink into your physique. It will make a massive difference to you. So you do that work every day, if you can, morning and night, and solidify those words in your physique. What I also want you to do every day is read out your statement 3 to 5 times in the morning or in the evening. The best time to do it is either just as you're waking up or just as you're going to sleep. Read out that statement with feeling. See it happening. Feel it being done. Know that that's your future. That's your future. Just that knowingness that that's what's happening for you will create it physically and mentally for you, and that's what we want. It's been a fantastic pleasure to sit and talk with you today, and if you've any questions at all, please feel free to email me, and all my contact information is below. Thanks very much. Bye for now.